What's going on with it, y'all? Back with another video. How are you doing first and
Hi.
foremost?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm well rested and I feel good. We just took like a 3 hour nap.
Your skin's looking nice again.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you got on me about my skin.
Yeah.
When I don't wash it for a few days, it starts peeling and being all crusty. And then when I shave my beard, my chin be having little bumps. So I've been washing it and stuff. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you look good.
I look all right. Thank you.
I was just thinking, like, we never actually made a reaction video of how we felt when we found out that we were going to be, or we were expecting our first child. So I kind of just want to relive those moments and have like a quick conversation about the emotions and the first thing that came to mind when she came in the room and told me that she was pregnant and how she was feeling when she took the pregnancy test. Because I remember her buying the pregnancy test, and before then we were getting down, like we were actually trying to have a child, and it happened fairly quick. Some people some people it takes a while for them to conceive, but for us, I don't feel like it took that long. Her on top of her like actually waiting to her cycle, like, and when we were doing it and all that, I feel like
Huh?
it.
You said, wait,
No, like when we like, you don't want to set that like, make sure that you are having sex right around your cycle, so that right,
no.
that's your cycle, but when you're most fertile.
Uh, You're very attentive. You're doing good. You're on track. Yes. Hi, I love you. So, your ovulation days are your most fertile days. So, there's like an ovulation calculator, but in order to know when you're ovulating, your periods have to be consistent. So, if they're all over the place, like my ovulation date isn't consistent. So, after I got off of the birth control pills, I had to wait a few months until my periods came on the same day of the month each month. That
Right.
makes sense. So,
Okay.
yeah. So after that, I think I stopped taking the birth controls or what? I
The
stopped.
birth controls.
I stopped taking the birth control pills last year in March, I believe, and then up no, January, I believe, and we conceived in April.
Yeah, like
Yeah, so I waited. I think I had 2 months where my periods were regular and I was able to calculate. I wanted to surprise him with the pregnancy test. So I think he may have known that I had the pregnancy test, but the day that I took it, he didn't know that I took it. So, like, when I brought it to him, it was a surprise.
I was pretty surprised. I remember like when she came in, um, like she had this look on her face, like she was kind of nervous to tell me or something like that. Uh, I think you had like your bra on or something like that.
Oh, yep. I was almost butt ass naked.
But prior to that, I think she had been feeling like a certain way, like she knew that she was pregnant, but you hadn't told me yet.
No, I didn't know. Remember we were with poetry, and I think it was when did we go to the McDonald's that day or wherever we went, and we were in the bathroom, and she was like, I think I started my period. I was like, wait a minute, that is a thing, mine hasn't came yet.
Yeah.
And so I knew we were trying to conceive, and I knew that I was feeling a little different. I feel like women know.
Right.
And so then that's what led me to taking the pregnancy test. And I came up to you and I didn't know how to say it. No, I wasn't nervous at all, but I didn't know how to say it. So I just held it behind my back.
Yeah.
And I was just standing there like, guess what? And so,
So did you think that I would be mad or like
no,
you didn't have no type of discomfort in telling me?
no, because we planned that.
Yeah.
And you're actually the one that initiated the conversation. I was a little nervous about initiating it, but yeah, I knew that you would be very happy and excited.
Oh,
You
okay.
felt like I thought.
Nah, I was just asking. Most women be kind of nervous to tell like their significant other that they're pregnant because maybe the dude won't take it well. Like we've all seen movies. Like remember the movie Biggie?
I was just thinking about that movie. She looks stupid.
Yeah, like imagine you telling like I don't know. I just feel like that's very common for like a woman to tell her significant other that she's pregnant, and the dude just doesn't give the response that he should be giving. Like it's always like, damn, like or for real, or if he really a fuck boy, is it mine?
Oh
Like you know
wow.
what I'm saying? Like Put down in the comments all of the women out there, the reaction of your significant other when you told him that you were pregnant, whether good or bad. Like, I really want to see something right now. Was it a good reaction? Was he happy? Was he jumping up and down? Was he excited? Was he anxious? I'm gonna tell you guys how I felt. So when she told me, again, we were like planning all of this in the first place, right? So it wasn't like it was a shocker when she told me that she was pregnant. I just feel like shit got real when she did tell me. I'm like, wow, like I'm about to be a father now. Like, I really gotta make it happen. I gotta get my stuff together. I think at the time she told me, I had went and just bought like an iPhone 15, I think. It may have been an iPhone 14 or 15 Pro, the newest iPhone. It was like over $1,000. And at the time I was doing my photography stuff and I needed that phone, like just to better my quality, right? And I immediately took the phone back. I'm like, nope, I'm about to have a baby right now. I need that 14, I need that 1500. Like, so immediately when she told me that, like, everything just started being, I don't know, it got serious. It's like they always say when you bring somebody into this world, it either changes you or you just stay the same person. I feel like when she told me, it immediately changed me. You know, I've always been pretty mature, but I feel like that just made me be a lot more mature right then in that instance. And other than that, I was really happy. I'm like, wow, like I'm about to have a child. I remember me calling my mom. I went to Kazuki Noodles.
Noodles?
You know the Kazuki place? Yeah.
Kazuki
What they call it? Kazuki Noodles and what?
Kazuki ramen and noodles.
Yeah, Kazuki ramen and noodles. Like, that was literally like walking distance from our house, our apartment at the time, our little studio that we missed so much. And I sat down on a bench and I called my mom, and I was kind of nervous to tell her. I don't know why I was nervous. I don't know. I just didn't want to tell anybody, at least not right then and there. But I told her, and I remember her being very, very excited. I think she was like, oh, I knew it would happen. That's what she said at the time.
Aww.
She's like, yep, I knew it would happen. You guys been together long enough. I'm like, yeah.
That's crazy.
But I was like, yeah, you're about to be a grandmother. And I remember her being really, really excited. And yeah, that was kind of like the whole story of how that went down. It's almost been 6 months later since. Oh no, it's been way more than 6 months.
Oh yeah.
I'll be forgetting about the 9 months. It's been 6 months since Junior has been here, but it's been over a year since he was conceived, right? It really changes your life, y'all. Like, I don't regret any of it. I really love that we planned it instead of it being kind of like unexpected. And I feel like every stage of parenthood, whether that be her telling me that she was pregnant, whether that be me going to all of her appointments or our appointments, sometimes it be feeling like her appointments, because when dudes be going up in them appointments, we be getting treated like we not even there sometimes.
Pretty much. We had you should have seen when we had the first appointment you didn't come to, and that was my postpartum appointment.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like a little girly thing. They was asking me all these questions, and I was like, my man's not here, so I could talk about all this girly stuff. And
as soon as I get there, though,
they probably feel like they can't say certain things.
Yeah.
You know, with you being present, but they were pretty communicative with you. Sometimes Isha would kind of like brush what you would say off.
You got to make yourself known, like your presence known when you're in the room with all women, especially when it comes to something like a woman's body, because they're automatically going to be like, you don't know shit. Like, even if they don't say that, that's kind of how they make you feel until you let your presence be known, until you let them know I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? I educated myself just as much as you guys have on this whole process, and I'm here. This is my child as well.
Right. Yeah, I remember when I was up in there and I was fussing at Isha, and you were like, this baby need to come out. Remember I was fussing because she had said something about somebody complaining about the camera.
Yeah.
I think the lady that probably got fired or something, she just disappeared.
Yeah.
And I was just fussing. I was not having it that day. Oh my gosh, now I'm thinking about the ultrasound appointment when the lady was being rude to you and I snapped on her.
Well, that's on video.
Yeah,
that's
sure
on video. What I will say, though, to cap off the video is that...
Oh, so you gonna cap it off? What if I had some shit to say?
Did you have anything to say?
Yes.
What?
Thank you. You have mentioned. Um, by the way, I didn't know you went to Kazuki.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Another thing you had mentioned how you were nervous. That's normal, especially for a lot of women because they worry that something might go wrong. So
Yeah.
they don't want to talk about the or tell people about the pregnancy until they're far along. Your mom even said that as well. And so
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, I wasn't nervous that something would be going wrong with like our baby because I don't know. I just feel like we're two healthy individuals. Not to say that nothing bad happens to your baby with healthier individuals. I just felt in my heart like, bro, I take care of myself. My sperm is top notch. You know what I'm saying? Her eggs are top notch. Like, we don't do no drugs. We don't drink. We eat good. We exercise regularly. Our baby was destined to come out healthy. Simple. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's not how science works, but I really feel like if you do that, you have nothing to worry about with your baby. I really feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
and also you have the ultrasound, so the ultrasounds will tell you like if there is something wrong, they give you extra ultrasounds, but I think the standard amount is like what, one?
Yeah.
But if there's something wrong, you get multiple. But yeah, Junior was healthy, so we were able to see that he had his hands, feet,
Yeah.
he was growing well.
Which
So
all that is documented as well.
oh yeah, that is documented. It's yeah, just reflecting on this now, it's like wow, this all really did happen. And
Yeah.
would you say that we enjoyed it, like the process, or do you feel like it went by fast?
I feel like I enjoyed it. I just think about where my mind was and where we were at mentally and just where we were at in our lives at that specific time. And we didn't have much, you know what I'm saying? We were living in a studio, little small studio. We were living in a city. What I was doing for work, what you were doing for work. Like, I just feel like now that I'm reflecting back on those times when you told me that, we were in a really good spot. And I feel like we're getting back to that place. But
That makes me emotional when you talk about that.
yeah, like I just feel like I just remember how I used to feel. It was just cool being able to be in a city, go out, go work out, and then go make some money in the city, doing what I want to do on my own time, and then knowing that I had two of you guys to come back to at the end of the day. Like, oh, okay, let me go back and rub her stomach, and then actually seeing her stomach get bigger gradually, right?
I didn't. That part I wasn't really in tune with. You were in tune with it. I remember when my belly would get bigger, you'd be like, "Your stomach is getting better," or big.
Bigger,
Excuse
yeah.
me, bigger. You would always say that, and I'm like, "Oh, really? It is." And then I woke up one day and it was big, and I'm like, "How did this happen?" I had the back pain, but you were really attentive to that. My
Yeah.
face like changing.
You know how like you felt today when you came home to see Junior and you just said something to Junior before me? Yeah,
Sorry.
that's how I felt when she was pregnant. It's like I used to come home like, I think I used to say how my little man doing or something like that.
Yeah, and that's crazy because
Yeah.
when your family used to always check on me, and you would be like,
Oh,
about-"
yeah.
I remember one day you were like actually upset about that.
I
You're
was
like,
mad. Cause you know us dudes go through stuff too, and I remember my mom only calling to check on her about her and the baby. I'm like, damn, like what about me? Like my life is changing as well.
Yeah, right. We should talk about.
And I
that.
remember her telling me too, you not a woman, your body's not changing. I'm like, so? I remember her saying that shit. That was funny. When your woman is pregnant, hold her down, be supportive, and that's all you can do.
Yeah,
My bad.
it's okay. My due date, our due date was January 17th, and I stopped working on January 3rd, so that was only like what 2 weeks before I was supposed to give birth, but Junior came on the 22nd. But yeah, we were very blessed to have money coming to us while we
Yeah.
were, that was tax season, and also we had extra money too. So by the grace of God, we were okay. We were able to get. To be honest, a lot of the stuff that
Get off of me. These bugs out here, bro.
what bug was that? By the grace of God, like a lot of Junior's clothes and stuff, we didn't buy those.
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot. We were really blessed.
Very blessed.
family members, we still have stuff for Junior for like he has stuff for like 12 months,
Right.
toddler. I'm like, dang, they really,
And all the family members that are watching right now, like, despite what you may think, we're still very grateful for all that stuff you got us. Like, Junior's been alive for 6 months, and aside from formula, I'm not even gonna say formula, but we really haven't had any expenses for our son. Like, he's still wearing all those clothes, all the toys. Like, I can safely say, for the most part, like, we haven't really spent like that much money on our child.
we have stuff in storage too.
Yeah, we got stuff in storage, and we're grateful for all those things. Like, very grateful, because that, you know, when everything is first happening, you're not really like knowing a lot of this stuff. But when you start going through parenthood, you like, this shit is expensive. Formula is like half $100. It's probably even more than half of $100.
And we get Junior 2 things at Formula when we go and get
You know
his
what I'm
formula.
saying?
So if we were
Go ahead.
if we were paying for that consistently, we would be paying $100 each time we get his
Yeah,
formula.
like, formula's expensive, clothes, babies and children are expensive. So that's another thing that made me like really comfortable with, bringing a child in this world. And when she told me that we were going to be expecting our first child, it's like, wow, I know I got a really good support system. Some people, that's another thing. Some people get kind of scared with news like that, or they just don't have no support. They're really out here by themselves. But I'm just glad that that wasn't my experience. That wasn't our experience. And that's one for the books. We do want to have more children eventually, and I don't think it's going to be like that. I think we're going to be in an even different space in life when we have our second child. He almost fell off that tether.
I saw that from the corner of my eye.
One thing I will say, y'all, is like, one thing I don't regret is our decision to start then. Like, I was always the type of person, I want to wait till my bread is right. I want to wait till we have a better job, a better living situation. There's never going to be a great time, bruh, better than the time that's now to bring a baby in this world. Don't worry about you not being where you want to be in life, because if you keep worrying about that, 1 year will become the next, and then that year will become the next, and then before you know it, 5 years in pass, and you still don't have a child.
And you're going to wish you would have gotten it
right.
away.
Because your child, you're supposed to grow with your children.